I think just the defensive effort, I think, in the second half particularly. If you think we're, 13-6 after 44, 45 minutes. So to hold Munster out with that wind at their backs for all that rest of that second half was pleasing. I think just the fight in at the end was good. There's lots of parts of the game that could be better. It's a difficult place to come. Obviously, conditions made it even more difficult. We're delighted to come away with a win.
What about John Coleman, Leo? Just the impact he had coming on and the season he's had is probably encouraging.
Yeah, well, off the back of his first start last week, it's a very frustrating period he's had. So he goes away to the World Cup, picks up an injury, comes back, so he's out for an extended period of time, which is in a big block of games. So anyway, he just controlled, all he can control is trying to get himself back in as good a possible shape as he can, and it was positive to get a bit of time from last week, again this week again. So he's building his way back in slowly but surely. Just a couple of good moments in the game as well.
Big moment taking down the big fella, as it were.
Yeah, no, massive. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So no, I thought he was like all the players really. Like I think that fight for each other at the end is the most pleasing part. We talked last week, off the back of last week, a lot this week. In terms of the last 20 minutes of the game last week, we lost 28 points to 7, so 4 tries to 1, and it really felt like we'd lost the game last week. Even though it's a bonus point win, but that sort of sick feeling, and even if you win a game, it's the manner of the game and how you actually go in the game is sometimes it's more important for us and the overall scheme of the performance. And as we know, there's parts of that performance weren't perfect today, but at least there was a better dig in for each other, I think, in terms of the team. So it's 10 games down of this block at 13, so 3 to go. Connacht next week. This period of the last these in the pros, obviously we've tried to manage the group well and chopped and changed a fair bit. So some guys will come back in again now next week, fresh, who haven't obviously played the last couple of weeks, so which will be good. And get ready for Connacht now. So because it's for us, it's very much about the group and how we're going, and some of the individuals obviously within that, because we've Connacht next week, and after that then we've 2 huge European games where we want to make sure we're battling out for every single point in round 5 and 6, because the ultimate seedings in Europe is so important for us, and obviously for the individuals, the players, lots of guys have had windows sort of an opportunity, obviously the last week, this week, and going into next week as well. So some of those selections now will start to squeeze for round 5 and 6 of Europe. So it's been a good period so far. So hopefully the guys can kick on now again next week.
Leo Rowan Osborne, you probably 20 minutes tonight. How impressed were you with him coming in?
I was great now, for Rowan. And he's really been fantastic. It's such a great story. Someone who hasn't come through the academy system, and he's come through obviously playing in schools rugby initially, but then in Trinity under Tony Smeeth there. Noel McNamara would have coached Rowan at school underage level. So between the two of them, getting Rowan in for a trial initially during the summer, he went well, and obviously we've kept him on now, and he's been great. So to step into that type of environment there today, great credit to him. It's been, I think, a brilliant story. For all the good, so many guys miss out on that academy, that part. So we have guys watching all those club games all the time. So especially for some of those younger players that maybe miss out in those early stages, it's a very, very positive story, I have to say.
Yeah, it's important as well for clubs to look at alternate pathways to bring in players, and it's not just the schools.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, so and then some of those later developers as well. That's important. The club game is so important. We had a number of guys that were in on trial. Obviously that World Cup period where guys are away for an extended period sort of creates this window where we need to see what else is around. So, but yeah, no, definitely, yeah. It's and Tony's fantastic. He's in watching us train the whole time. So there's a good link there always. And at least the guys are going back. And Rowan's played obviously a couple of games for Trinity over the last few weeks. So it's positive.